What's up, y'all? It's your girl, HG.
It's Brian Patrick Davis, the POA, reporting live from 285.
And it's your girl, DJ A-Star.
And today we have yet another special guest. I feel like our guests get better and better and better and better and better. Everybody's like really better, but like they get better and better, you know? Anyway, introducing Brandon Rashad. Woo!
What's good, everybody? Glad to be here.
So excited to have you. So I'm really excited because you're a photographer.
I am.
Do you do anything video related?
So I'm starting my journey into video. I just bought my first gimbal, so I'm kind of excited about that. So,
ooh, okay. Look, I want to get into photography, so maybe me and you can be partners.
I already have my text to you drafted, so.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay, cute.
Connection made.
Connection.
Cut it out.
So listen, real quick story. We literally met Brandon once on another set, and we were like, "This nigga cool, shit. We got
You got good energy.
He had a little head, like what? So here we are.
Check his Instagram. Oh, we need him.
Yes. So
Secure.
now we're here. So tell the people, what exactly is it that you do? They know you're a photographer, but give us the whole rundown.
So I specialize in branding photography. So for like entrepreneurs, creatives, different people that just need to enhance their social media presence, you know, for their websites, content, all of that good stuff.
Nice. So like, what do you like doing? What is that what you thought you would be doing photography wise? Or did you think you're going to be like,
honestly, I thought I would still be working retail.
oh, word.
Next month will make a year that I've been full-time doing photography.
Nice. So what made you want to do full-time, take the leap?
It was really the environment that I was in that became kind of toxic, that made me hate doing what I love, which is photography. And I pretty much have worked retail my whole adult life for the most part. So I woke up one morning and I was just like, you know what? It's time. And it's like I had been contemplating it for months, but it was just like, when it's time for a major transition, you know.
Yeah.
It's like I felt it in my gut. I felt it in my spirit. Of course, I prayed on it. I was like, Lord, if this is your will for me, make it easy. And it was like literally the moment I hit that send button, it was like a weight lifted. And it was like the clients just started coming in. Because it was to the point where I was having to turn down opportunities because of my job, because I was a manager. So it was like working 10, 12 hours a day, then coming home. I was like, it made me, I hated doing both.
Yeah.
Because having to put on a facade for my clients after I've worked a stressful day, it was like, no, if I'm going to give something my all, I want to give it my all. It's like, I don't want my clients to feel as if they were shortchanged because, you know, I'm tired, I'm aggravated, I'm hungry after dealing with people, because we're in a customer service, you know, environment. So it's like, it was time. So 1 year next month.
That's dope. So I know, my bad. Were you saying something? No. I thought you look, I didn't want to cut you off right there. But no, so you said that you started a year ago. Did the pandemic have anything to like do with?
It did. Because I've been a photographer for about 6 years now, but it wasn't until right before the pandemic that I really started to make it a business. And it was like during the pandemic, like a lot of influencers, I was still in New York at the time. So it was like a lot of influencers were still trying to remain relevant while we were locked in the house. So it was like I was doing like a lot of lifestyle shoots. And then right before I moved here was when, you know, the pandemic kind of, well, we're still in the pandemic, but things kind of.
No, we are not.
I mean, no, one of my friends has COVID right now, so we are still in the pandemic.
People still get COVID?
Yes.
I forgot all about, oh my, okay.
Yes. But anyway.
Teach me something.
So it was like the studio started opening back up. So that's when I really started to get into studio photography. Because before I was more so like lifestyle, street style, like outdoor stuff. So, and then my job ended up moving me here. So it kind of just evolved.
Opened up doors, clearly.
Right. No, for real.
And they, you know, moved me here. So it was like I was there for almost a year. But then it just got to the point where
You just can't do it no more.
It's time.
Yeah. So like how long did it take you? You're self-taught, right?
Yes.
So how long did it take you to like teach yourself the rope? I know you're probably still learning, but
I'm a firm believer in YouTube University.
same.
Yes.
Listen.
And it's like over the years, I've connected with a lot of great photographers. Shout out to Dre Nicole. She was my very first mentor.
Oh, we love Dre.
Yeah.
So I was still, funny story. I was still living in New York at the time, and I've been following her for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I really want to take a class with her. And she's not cheap. It's like her price is her price, which I respect.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a post on Facebook. It's like, there's a class that I really want to take. And one of my good friends, she texted me, was like, well, how much is the class? And I sent her, her website. She sent me a cash out.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, so now I just need X amount more dollars. So she's very well connected in the industry, and she made a post on Facebook. Next thing I know, my cash app started going off.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. Literally had enough money for the class, for my flight, and a hotel.
Oh, shit. Let me
people that
Power of the people.
Random people that don't even know me that were sewing into me. So I was like, okay, this is an indication that I'm on the right path.
Oh, that was divine.
Hold up. I need your friends.
Alignment, right? And for people like,
Will you be using it to better yourself?
Hell yeah.
but not even that. What I'm seeing right now is like you went from New York to Atlanta. And you normally don't see it. It's always the other one. It's always Atlanta to LA or Atlanta to New York. And so like, well, we're learning now that the industry is really here.
Yeah.
And
It's Black Hollywood.
Yeah. And if you want
everybody needs pictures.
Yeah. And not even that. Not even if you want to make it, like, it's more so like you gotta be here to make it. Like, and you're making it. I think like the self-made industry side of things, like, to be self-made, to be an entrepreneur, to be a business owner, you're better here than you are there. You're better here than you are in LA. And that's because, one, you're looking at housing cost.
Yeah.
You're looking at cost of living. You're looking at cost to live, like food.
Which is going up.
Yeah,
It's
but
crazy.
here versus there, the metric is way better. Like,
for sure.
to say that when it comes to the odds of buying your product, like tax costs, like all of that here is way better. So like with us, like I want to kind of talk about, like, bring it kind of where to CrewLuv is basically the behind the scenes crew. And what we do is on our end, in the business side of things, like, we are those celebrities to the celebrities. Like we do the 9 to 5, the 5 to 9, the in between, the overnight,
The 24 hours.
Yeah, we call, the CEO pick up the phone, call us. And so like with you telling us, like, not even humbling yourself, but you like saying like, let me go find the biggest and the best and the brightest and go study them and then be an understudy. Like talk to us more about like what it's like to work under one of the best when you are now, in the same tax bracket.
And your mouth to God's ears. So like after working with Drea, that was one of the things that kind of made me want to move to Atlanta. So it was like during the pandemic, I was back and forth here. One of my best friends, he's an artist, Travis Malloy. I was working as his assistant. So it was like, it was going to require me to be here on a more consistent basis. So I was like, okay, who else can I connect with to learn from? I reached out to Derek Blanks, which is one of the best photographers in the industry, Will Sterling, and a couple other people. So it was like being able to humble yourself to learn, because if you can't learn from somebody that you look up to, then you can't aspire to be better than them.
Yeah.
So it's just, being able to walk into a room and, sit at the feet of some of the greatest, it's definitely humbling, but it's like to hear from them, it's like, bro, you got it. I'm like, no, I don't. Like, I'm still learning. Like, and it's like everybody has their own technique and their own method. And what I've done is kind of glean from each person that I've learned from and created my own identity within my art. Because it's like when people look at my work, it has a signature je ne sais quoi, if you will, to it, to where when they see it, like, that's Brandon Rashad. But it's like to have your mentors be able to put their stamp of approval on it. It's humbling, because it's like when it comes to things like photography, videography, art is subjective. It's like, if I like it, that's all that matters.
Right.
But at the same time, you still want to master those technical terms, you know, things like white balance and ISO and all of that stuff. But it's like, once you can master the basics, you can create your own narrative within your art to where you can see the influence, but you still can stand on your own with the art that you put out there.
Yeah. So what would you say your style is if you had to describe it?
I love color. So it's like, if you look at my portfolio, I love to put black melanin skin on color. I love doing monochromatic looks. So it took a while for me to get to the point where I liked what I produced. Because, you know, as a creative, you're your own worst critic.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's easy to let comparison kill your gift. There's a song Jonathan McReynolds wrote saying that comparison kills. And it's like, we're easily influenced by what we see on social media, because like, I follow a lot of photographers, a lot of creatives. So it's like, being able to fine tune what you do, but still stay true to your artistic gift, because it's a gift that God gave you for a reason.
Right.
So it's like, you can't allow yourself to be stifled by what you see, because half the time what you're seeing is the final product. You don't know the work that went into it. So it's like, with me, like, I'm not one of those photographers that outsource my editing. I sit in front of my computer and I edit.
Oh, good for you. Because listen, I know a lot of people
granted,
that,
you know, if I get to the point where I'm that busy, oh, absolutely.
Right.
But, and it's no shade to the other people that do it, but it's like, I feel like I just love my craft that much more knowing that I produce this.
Top and bottom. Yeah.
You know, everybody has their process. And it's like, if you're that busy to where you have to, I support it 100%. But for me, as I'm still learning and growing, I just feel that I can appreciate my art that much more when I know this is what I did. This is my stamp. This is Brandon Rashad, not Brandon Rashad plus, you know, an editor out in India somewhere, you know. So,
well, speaking of, how we get some Brandon Rashad presets?
It's funny that somebody asked me to work on that, because I love a good preset.
Listen,
like, I've spent, like, I have so many presets and LUTs and actions on my computer, because I'm a firm believer in working smarter and not harder. Because if you know anything about frequency separation, because it's like back, you know, maybe 3-4 years ago, actions weren't really a thing.
Right.
And it's like watching YouTube videos of creating every single layer. I was like, So when I saw that was a thing, take my money.
Yeah.
Because it just speeds up your workflow, because it's a lot. But summer 2023.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. So like
now.
Right.
Like yesterday, actually.
Right. Well, if you need anyone to practice on them,
girl.
I hate editing.
I'm the new star of CrewLuv Show.
Yes, exactly.
We here. So the new guest can sit right here. I'm here.
We gotta get like
I am here.
Microphone man.
We get a new guest. We get a new show member every day.
Every single time.
Like, can I come back?
Look, everybody
before this is done, he's like, can I come back? when can I set up my next one?
So what I want to know is, because we have like our little, Ace calls them icks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to know, what is something that like new photographers do that just like gets on your fucking nerves so bad?
Well, this was something that I did early on in the game, and that's editing JPEGs.
Oh, you like to edit raw files.
And it's like, now that I've reached a point where I kind of know a little bit, I can tell.
How can you tell? See, I'm not really like I'm not picture. I'm not picture savvy, so I can't tell.
Right?
Yeah, like I'm a zoom inner.
Okay.
I'm a zoom inner all day. And it's like, and then another thing is
I don't zoom in anymore because I know, you look at people and you be like, oh,
You already
I'll
you
zoom
already
in
kind of
depending
like
on what it
know.
is. Like, you know.
Well, I just mean like when people post certain things, like I just kind of take it for what it is now because
once you start zooming, you be
once
like,
you start zooming,
this shit blurry.
because the thing is like everybody does it. Everybody does a little bit of, So I try not to like. I try to look at it.
I don't do it as much now, but like in the beginning, like as I'm learning, I was like,
let me just see right quick.
I'm just trying to look.
That lace front could have been done a little bit better.
But see, for me,
graphics.
Because for me, like, especially on Instagram, like fast consumption, I'm looking at things the way that people intended for me to look at it. Like, you wanted me to see this picture, so I'm not. I don't as much like because I feel bad not critiquing, but like,
I got what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad, like being like, oh, this is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because I know, like, bitch, I be doing it too, so I don't want nobody zooming in on my shit. Bitch, that's not how I told you to look at it.
Right.
I told you to look at it like this.
Double tap is like
you
this.
trying to look at it like this.
Right.
No. So I just try
to. Graphics, I don't know though.
But I do understand that. Like, you do look at things, like, you do look at stuff different. Like, that's how, like, for instance, that's so funny that y'all say that. That's how I listen to music. Like, I listen to things to hear like the background.
We talked about that the other day. I'm just listening to the beat.
Yeah,
I know something messed up. Who messed up producing?
I like to listen to like the microphone sounds, like when you can hear like spit on the mic. I listen for stuff like that.
I need you to play me a song and then be like, they're going to spit right there.
You know,
you can listen.
It's a lot. You just got to think about it like, you know who I listen to. But I can tell if he was in a hotel. Broadway, by the way.
Yeah,
I can tell if he was in a hotel. Girl. I can tell if he was in a low budget studio. Or I can tell if he was in a real studio.
Or at home.
Yeah, or at home. But
wow.
And you can tell. And it's like how he was at the mic. Was he behind? Was he close? Like, I'm listening to everything. So it's like with graphics too, I'm going to zoom in if on a flyer or something. I'm like, oh, hell no. Or like, oh, how they do that? Like, I'm looking for either learning or I'm like critiquing.
Or to critique.
Yeah, it's either or. And
I guess.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with being comfortable critiquing.
No, it's not. I think that for me, like, my mindset about it kind of changed because of how
often.
Yeah, like, I think it's the rate of which we consume things that made me change the way that I looked at it. If I spent my time zooming in on everything that I saw, I wouldn't see shit because I would be looking really hard at everything. So for me, like, when I see stuff on Instagram, I look at it and I'm like, oh, okay, this is how they wanted me to look at it. Now, if it's somebody that I fuck with or that I'm really familiar with their art, like, yeah, I'm going to be like, oh, how the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I will do a little bit extra, but most of the time I'm just, like, people are using these quick apps to do these quick things that make them look the way that they want to look quickly. And so, like, everybody is not as well versed.
Yeah.
And so they're getting the fast result. And I know it took you a second to do it. So I can't expect too much from like zooming in on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. That's how you wanted me to look at it. I'm going to look at it like that.
Perception is everything. And one other thing that irks me is over retouching.
Okay, yeah.
Granted,
so cut it out.
It can be, it's subjective because if that's the look and aesthetic that your brand has, that's one thing. Oil painting, Andrew. Right. But it's like, I want you to like look how you would look in person. Like, it's one thing to have like that clean, polished look, but I don't want you to look flat like a oil painting.
Yeah.
And it was like, granted, when I first started, Facetune was my go-to.
Right.
Because I was like, oh, I can just smudge, whiten these things and be done.
Smooth.
And be done.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? It's a game changer. Facetune on an iPad.
Yeah. It is.
With a pencil,
Never
Apple
used it on
pencil?
the iPad.
Yeah.
Bitch, when I tell you, like,
Now I gotta get out there.
Honestly,
Don't get no science out.
there have been situations where I've had to do that.
Mhm.
Like if it's like a run and gun for like somebody that needs like
I need it
quick
now.
Yeah,
turnaround.
sometimes that happens. That's,
And sometimes
you
it
know.
happens, which presets do come in handy for that. But it's like, no.
But Facetune, just call us. Let us know what we gotta do because we'll use your product and talk about it.
oh, girl.
Look, sponsor me.
Right. Talk
Sponsor
to us
me.
because we'll talk about your product and we'll show
Okay.
people. how to
So
do it,
I
too.
know we're not supposed to like necessarily date the show, but I just have to ask because you're a photographer, you're a graphic. How do y'all feel about the Lotto picture thing? I would have never, because do y'all know even what happened?
No.
Please, background.
So Lotto did Coachella, and apparently she photoshopped the crowd to make it seem like it was bigger.
Oh, word.
And so she said that she did it because she wanted to like fit the picture, but everybody else is like, girl, you bullshitting. You didn't have enough people in your crowd, blah, blah, blah. But you can like see, once they zoom in, you can see multiple, like the same person all like over the picture.
There's
Ooh,
Waldo.
was it AI?
So like, I don't know how she did it, but like I know if
That's
I would
the
have
next
seen the
topic we
picture,
gotta
I
talk
would have
about, too.
never seen the same people
I would
personally.
have played it. Oh, bitch, that was just AI fucking with y'all.
AI.
Yeah. Artificial intelligence.
I would have just laughed and been
Me
like,
too, like girl,
I would've
y'all,
like, work,
y'all
Lotto.
finish everything.
And she gives too much energy to it. Like, okay. And y'all still got me.
I feel like people.
But why
I mean,
didn't she have a crowd is the question.
I don't even know what the original crowd looked like though. I just know she like it was like the same person all up and through her shit. Like just
I would've
spread it
definitely
out.
I mean, from the
Let me
videos
get
I saw, it
Annalise
looks like
Keating on
she
the
had.
No, for real, because it's like it was like a big crowd.
Yeah,
So
it
I don't
seemed like
know.
a big crowd from the videos that I saw. So I don't know.
I don't know. Right,
It depends
there's
like
people
at her
everywhere.
timing. Because when Dej did it, it was
Yeah, Coachella has a lot of stage. I mean, it has a lot of
There was a
stages.
lot of people. Did y'all
daytime,
see her clips?
be the eating.
Yeah, no,
There was a lot of people.
I did see them. That's why. Yeah.
But I also just want to know, like, what the fuck drives people to like zoom in? I guess they want to like see themselves. That's probably what it is. They want to
No.
see
No,
themselves
they gassing
in
it.
the because people be looking so hard.
Now
at
I have
shit.
to look.
Please go.
But
pull it up.
we are in a day and age where the girl artist, female artist, woman artist is so overly critiqued. That is
very critiqued,
and it is so
I
many
agree.
of them.
Yeah.
If it was just a Nicki and just a Cardi or just a Megan, it will only be like 3.
Yeah.
But now it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is probably the most female artists, rap, R&B, music, hip hop, anything at one time. And they're hitting. It ain't like we got one with a remix and the other one. No, everyone's hitting.
Mhm.
Lotto got a hit. Glow got a hit. The Glow little art, like,
Yeah.
she got a hit. Like, Lola got a hit. Like, the hits are coming. They not just.
It's an overload.
Yeah, and you got
It is
then you if
overload.
you looking at R&B, you got her, you got Summer, you got SZA, you got.
That's kinda
this,
it.
This is the first
Does
time.
this even count?
Oh, is this what you're talking about?
Yeah, but obviously her picture isn't the one that like where you can see the. You got like dead ass zoom all the way in.
I'm sure it's probably not up no more.
No, it's definitely
this
on
is
her
definitely
page.
the picture.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I mean you keep it up. At this point, y'all done called me out. Fuck it, whatever.
And then she made a post that said haters will say it's Photoshop and it was a video clip. But anyway.
Definitely. But anywho,
Oh, wow.
back
Love
to
that
what
for
Tony
her.
was talking about. No, for real, because I like Lotto. Like,
Me too.
But anywho, okay, so I want to know one of your craziest stories, the wildest story, your craziest
Client
photography
story.
client story ever.
With
Go ahead and name drop. No, go ahead and name drop.
Well, no, well, I can't. I definitely
Yeah.
can't name drop.
Okay, that's fine.
You can tell
But
us
if you want to,
afterwards.
you know what I'm saying?
So this happened maybe
Or allude really close to it.
2 weeks ago, actually.
Oh, time stamping it. Yes.
So I'm bougie, so I have a bidet in my bathroom,
Work, but I need to come over.
and
Yuck.
I like good bidet. I
This
love a
yuck
good bidet. Fuck
was
it.
so
Nobody
rich.
says it. Like,
Now you're just going
so
to people's houses
It
and
is
using
funny.
their
Like I
bidets.
saw it on TikTok, and I was like, okay, Target, little $30. Okay, whatever.
Nice.
So the client was in the bathroom, getting dressed, whatever. And I guess she assumed that the button on the bidet was to flush the toilet. So you remember the scene in Baps?
Yes, where the
When-
water went everywhere.
Yeah. So moral of that story is that the shoot was canceled at that point because, yeah. It was horrible.
Did you kick her out or did she just leave?
I didn't care. I mean, I told her, I was like, if you still want to shoot, we can. She was like, my hair and makeup is like
fucked.
She was done. Like,
she was turned around.
She was drenched.
She thought
she was turned around.
You never seen Babs, have you?
Have you never seen Babs?
You turn this knob for number 1.
You need a movification.
And this knob for number 2.
We're not going to say that on tape.
Yes,
no,
we are. Matthew, like what?
Make zoom in on her.
Yeah, zoom in on Ace right now. This is where the camera shows Ace. She's never seen Babs.
Oh.
I know the clips. I can't say.
Clips, Ace. I'm about to leave.
Dang, no.
And it's not on Netflix anymore. Remember it was on Netflix?
Why would they do that?
I know the clips.
They took Babs off. They took Titanic off Netflix. Like, what?
Wow.
Titanic's on too?
Yeah. Like, I legit could watch Titanic any day of the week.
I could watch it when it comes on.
I can't believe you've never seen Babs.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad about that.
Questioning our friendship.
Well, yeah, that's probably the craziest client story that I've had.
That's
and it's like, and I felt bad. I was like, should I put a sign?
No, I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah. Don't press that button. Press this one.
Because it was like water was everywhere.
Look, you ain't been to China? No, just like maybe to Asia. It's giving Asia.
Not everybody done been to
I was like,
Asia, baby.
Yeah, so it was like I literally had to like clean the entire bathroom. I was like, but she ended up coming last week for her reschedule. So I was like, I didn't even charge her a cleaning fee.
Oh, you're so nice.
Because it was like, she didn't know.
You're nice.
Oh, because I have had people like ask, like, what is this? I was like, it's a bidet, don't touch.
Yeah.
Unless you need it.
That's nice. I mean, you know, I guess. I would have probably did the same thing. Okay. I would have been so mad though.
But she was pissed because the pictures were for her birthday.
Her birthday? I knew it.
She was probably so sad.
Her hair was done.
Her hair was face beat, everything. Like, she looked amazing. But there was no way to salvage.
Like, sis must lean.
That's because well,
the way that
the water
shoots
like up.
It shoots up, and she like must have turned it to like full power. It was like,
so I'm thinking it's just a push one. The push one.
Nah, this is where that water go up.
Cut it.
It's a knob, yeah.
Cut it.
And it was like she didn't know how to cut it off, so she's like,
oh, that's sad. $30.
I feel bad. Birthday shoot.
So next time you're shooting with Brandon, please
don't touch
do not. If you are not skilled and highly trained,
if you aren't raised on a bidet,
please do not
just don't do it. Not in his studio.
No bidets in Brandon.
What is a bidet?
Whatever the fuck.
Girl, clearly
wait,
you never
what?
used one
A bidet?
either.
She said no bidet.
Wait, what is she talking about? I don't. Wait, what's the bidet? I want to know what the bidet.
Oh, they good? That just made me want to bake it.
A bidet?
Right, like now.
Bacon and cheese. All right, here you go with your
Oh.
I'm sick.
I'm so fucking dead. Okay, so anyway. Next thing. Okay, so we're going to go to our outline that Ahmed gave us. Shout out to Ahmed. What's up, Ahmed? Okay, so.
Not you looking at the outline.
I am, because I'm trying to like follow the rules. We don't be following the rules ever, Brandon. We always just wing it.
Girl, fuck the rules.
So today I'm trying to like be a good host and follow.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Damn. Okay. So this is actually you, the issue.
I know. I knew my part.
Oh, well, do your thug thizzle then, Brian.
Okay, so we do a segment on here called What's the Issue?
We don't do a segment on here called What's the Issue. We're supposed to.
Wow.
We do.
We literally do that. We're supposed to.
We do. We just don't.
Why did you chop them like that? Like
Because they're going to see all the other episodes and be like, no, the fuck they don't.
We do. We talk about issues. We just. This is a segment that we typically do that we don't announce. We just do it because we're fucking goats and we already know how to.
Okay.
We roll into it.
What's the issue?
Okay. So basically, like, I think we've all been in this situation before. I was actually kind of in this situation today.
Oh,
God.
But okay, so let's say that you have a potential client.
Yeah.
And you know that they have the money to pay you, but you see some red flags that make you not want to get in bed with this client. Like, what are some red flags that might pop up in your mind? You know that they have the money, you know that they're down to pay, but what are some things that might pop up where you will be like, okay, bitch, I know you got the coin, but I'm still not doing this?
I think for me, if I have to remind you to pay me.
Yeah.
Like, we know you have the money, but it's like, if I send you an invoice and it says that the deposit is due upon receipt of the invoice, 2-3 days later, I shouldn't have to nudge you. Like, hey.
It's actually a great one.
When I see you out at brunch, getting your bundles,
right,
getting your red bottoms.
Sheesh.
From Metro Mart, no shade. But yeah, like, don't, like you said, we know you have the coin, but respect my time and my money. Like, rent is due in a couple weeks. Like, I can't tell, like, oh, I'm waiting on such and such to pay me. No, Georgia Power wants their money when they want it.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel that, but for me, like, a red flag is like, when, like, you know, the person has the coin and you guys are in like initial talks about working, and the person is like, so how can I say this? So when the person's like, oh, so how much do you charge for this? And I'm like, my thing about it is, like, if you're asking me, I feel like you've done your due diligence in making sure that, like, you have a budget. So, like, you have something where you've kind of like itemized all the things that you need in order to like get this project done, to see it from conception to fruition. So, like, you asking me how much do you normally charge for X, Y, and Z? No, I need to know what you're working with. You need to let me know what you're trying to get done, what you need, and then I can tell you whether or not. And for me, that's like that's gonna like set me off if you're like already like, especially if I've done things for you before as well, like, and you start asking me questions about,
like, you're already familiar.
It's like,
what are you talking about?
Yeah,
like, have you not been to my website?
Like, what? We have
or
we not
not
done this
even,
before?
but like, why are you asking? Like, did you do any due diligence or research about what it was going to take to do this first?
Yeah.
Like, that blows me a little bit. It's like, you need to know what you want first before you try to ask something of me to see if I can even fit in which, like, I'd be like.
And it's usually those people that will try to nickel and dime you.
Yeah. They want everything to be like itemized a little bit.
It's like, well, this person did it for that. For this amount, we'll go to that person.
Right.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. So,
and I'm just different. Like, what? If it was that easy, he would have just.
That actually happened to me today. Like, I had a call with this girl, and she was like, "So, like, what do you
when they
normally?"
Started with "so," I'm already checked out. I'm already checked out.
because my question was like, you know, like, what is your budget? What are you trying to get done?
Afford? Right.
Not even what can you afford, but like, what are you trying to get done? Like, and logistically, do you understand what it's gonna take after I get finished doing what I'm doing to actually get the product? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just feel like when people haven't done their due diligence or their research, it's kind of like.
I don't know. I'm a little different, y'all. So I'm already really picky about what I do anyway now.
Yeah, you are.
I'm starting to get.
I'm really picky because, you know, just with like a lot of the stuff that I already have going on, I kind of have to be, just for like the sake of time and having a life. So with that being said, I'm the person, like, I'll figure out the red flags during and after we're done, and then I'll just cut you the fuck off afterwards. But like,
wait, you just be cutting people off?
Hell, clients? Yeah. Are you crazy?
You want to see my block list?
Yeah. I mean, I don't block. But like, soon as you leave this up, it's getting very much, okay, I know somebody. Like, you go, no. And then I'm going to tell that friend, hey, look, he, and then y'all do that over there. I can't do it.
Hell,
wait, hold on, Ace. I have a question. Yeah. Do y'all really have long block lists?
I do.
That's so cool.
Like I have, I think 129 people.
That's so crazy to me. I do not block people.
Yeah,
I don't block people.
I'm still scared. Like,
there's
I might
levels to my.
You're scared of blocking people?
Yeah, I might need to go back across that bridge, and I never know when or what the opportunity.
But see, Ace, that's not why I don't block people. The reason why I don't block people is because, nigga, I want you to know that I saw what you sent me and that I still paid it. I'm very petty in that way. Like, I want you to know that that you could still get in contact with me, but I didn't feel no way about not responding to the shit that you just said.
Well, for me, like, it takes a lot for you to get on block status. So it's
how?
like,
129 people though? I'm trying to figure out a lot.
That's over
lot?
time.
Oh.
That's not within like
I can't count
2023,
this
but
shit. It's too many.
It takes a lot.
Damn,
it takes
D.
a lot
Show the
to
camera,
get to
please.
that
The numbers is lit.
to that point. Because I'm like you, like I'm all for, you know, keeping, you know, bridges open because, you know, I never know when I may have to cross it again.
Right.
But you have to like talk about my mom or something for you to get blocked. But when it comes to business, like I have a no nonsense policy, and it's like it does take a lot for you to get to block status. But once you're there,
I've never blocked a client.
well, all of those aren't clients. I will say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, majority of mine are like, you know, personal shit, but
Bam.
I'll just people,
pass
y'all.
you off.
Like my block list is probably like people that have played on my phone, like numbers that call me consistently.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't just like block people. I don't think I've ever blocked anybody.
damn.
I've never blocked
call
nobody.
Brian up, child. Go
No,
ahead.
bitch, don't call me. You know what? I've had the same number too since I was in the 7th
Call
grade.
Brian up. Y'all still got it from kindergarten. Go ahead. Same
No,
number.
blocking people just feel so like, I want you to know that I don't need to have anything to do with you, and you can still try to contact me and I can ignore your ass.
Yeah. I think I'll unfollow you.
I don't even do that.
Oh, I'm 100% unfollowing. I unfollow somebody every day.
You know what? Maybe. Well,
But I let them still watch though, for sure.
Oh,
All my pages
100%.
is
I'm not
public.
blocking my Instagram. That's what I'm not blocking my Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you about to see this.
You're gonna see these wins.
Oh, you're about to see all of me on Instagram, okay? But I'm going to unfollow you.
I do have red flags invoices, and
Contracts and invoices, face.
not even that. I just think that at some point in time, booking the gig and like sending the invoice, there's like you said, like it's like a little time period. Like after that cushion,
you got a threshold.
Yeah, after that cushion has been made, like I'm taking it off my calendar. Like it's not a hold. It's not a like I got this date saved. Like no, like I'm not booked until the deposit is paid.
Does that happen a lot?
And DJing, of course. Like of course they're like shopping around. Send me your invoice.
Trying to figure out who's the cheapest.
And I'm not. Yeah, I'm far past that. And celebrity and big time and corporate style things. I'm like, I'm still not giving you that same like courtesy.
Corporate clients be doing that to y'all too, eh?
Yes.
I mean, as far as
sometimes, no shade, they're the worst. They're helping people.
When you said the ones that have it, like, and I hate, put this on the record.
Oh man,
please,
zoom in, Matthew.
Do
please.
not. Come on. I hate when someone talks to me about it's not about the money, because they are not showing up unless there's money. So if you want me to DJ, you want me to host, you want me to produce, you want me to be in the room, be in the building, it's not about the money yet. There's money being spent. There's other people in the room being paid.
Not even that. People that say that be having money already.
Right. They have money and have been given money and have both.
Mm-hmm.
That giggle.
Not the giggle, right?
So
the giggle
amazing.
just blew me.
Yeah. So I got some beef on being in somebody's place and having to work and not being paid and them telling me. And there's been multiple millionaires have said to me, it's not always about the money. And I get it. Like you following people on Instagram, I understand that. Understanding your assignment. You need to follow people on Instagram in your same industry. But if you're making money, you got paid to be here, or your event is making money and you want me to add that service, I'm providing a service. And I'm not providing a service in a point of like, And I think a lot of people out there, you just got to understand your service isn't just anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm the DJ, I'm giving the ambiance, I'm giving the experience, I'm giving the sound, I'm making right. If I'm the photographer, I am taking the visual.
I'm capturing the memories
long
for you
lasting
forever.
Because guess what? I don't give a
forever.
Yeah. And it's to build your brand.
Once it's on that hard drive, I'm done.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
It's not benefit me.
At this rate, we're looking at licensing. We're looking at how much more it can go to the next level.
Yeah.
Like, if it's videography, like literally, it's going to open another door. It's going to get you into another room. You getting grants. You getting, contracts. You're getting other gigs from whatever I just shot. So when it comes to music, and I love people saying like, man, you did so great. Or you had a party jumping. That does not pay Georgia Power. That does not pay my mortgage. And that does not get me to the next room.
So do not tell Ace that she did a good job. Do not tell her that it was about the money. That it's not about the money.
Pay the invoices. And make sure that you please send Ace a contract.
And if you're a client, do your research first.
Yeah,
I understand that like you go to certain people for their expertise, but also like know a little bit about what you're trying to do first as well. Like that's I feel like because everything is not always in a person's wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying? Like a person that, like for instance with UD, a person that is looking to get video done.
Right.
Although you have the ability to do this, you're not a producer. You're a director.
Right.
You're operating the camera and you're directing. And if they're looking for something to be produced, if they want locations scouted and all of that stuff, that's extra shit. And you need to know that that's an extra job that another person does. If you want me to do it, I have the ability, but don't try to pay me one invoice as a camera operator or a director when I have all these other things that you want me to do. At least know that that's not a part of my job description. Right. It can be.
Or that's not.
So let me ask you this.
Add
to
item,
your point,
line, item.
With me being a photographer, am I automatically the creative director, or would you consider that to be?
I don't think so.
Technically, you. I mean,
I have been on shoots where there's a photographer and there's a creative director, and they have worked together, previous to the shoot. But I mean, sometimes. Some of my favorite photographers are creative directors. Like,
but that's why you're expensive. though.
I love Ahmad Barber's work. I think that he does incredible work, and shout
out to him.
Yeah, and he does. I mean, I've known him to build sets. I've known him to come up with concepts. He does all of that. But also, I don't think that he's just doing that as a photographer. You know what I'm saying? Like, people come to him
because that.
Yeah, you pay for that.
It was in the cost.
It
was in there.
Battled with that, because it's like people ask me like, do you offer creative direction? Like, as a photographer, like I kind of feel like that's mandated in a way.
But they're not all. Let's be clear. Yeah. Not all photographers technically are creative directors. Right, exactly. Some can technique, some can shoot. We know personally, all four of us in this room, there is a photographer. That is the it. That they know what they're doing. But they are not a creative director.
Because
they don't see it.
To be honest, Brandon, not all photographers have great taste either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they just know how to take really good pictures.
They know how to take bomb pictures. They know all about lighting. Boom. They can shoot it on the third. They have a nice location. They know all the composition things.
Everybody in the room.
Because to me, like, creative direction requires it's about the styling. It's about it's about all of those things. And even as a creative director, I had a friend who hit me up the other day and he was like, Brian, do you also style? And I'm like, nigga, no.
They asked you that too?
I used to, when I worked retail, that's kind of what I did.
You probably did business.
You're right.
And all of that.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's another call.
But that's
line item. Of course I do, but
you have the ability to look at something and say, yes, no, maybe so, that looks great. Yep. But that's not your job. It's not your job.
I'll give the bag to one of my friends that they work as a stylist. So it's like, if I could do it, if I need to do it, then yeah. But it's like, because I think for me, like being confident in what I charge has been my struggle for like this year being, you know, a photographer, because I shoot in my living room. So it's like, it's like being able to show the people the value in what it is to work with me, to where I can stand confident. Like, I start at $450 or X amount of dollars, but it's like, I've had people say, it was like, well, for you not to have a studio, I feel like you charge too much.
No, let me tell you one thing. Fuck out of here.
Like, if
that's the case, this
let me tell you one thing.
What the fuck? I'm outside.
But guess what? But guess what? This photo that you loved, that made you book me, it was shot in my living room, nigga.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's
not even that.
I mean, that's just what it is.
We know some of the biggest Swift studios ain't.
Tell niggas what your price is. You're probably going to lose a few different clients. It is what it is. But there's going to be so many more people that are going to pay for that shit because they understand the value of your work.
And they know what your work
I do the same thing. Yeah, I do the same thing. But then I'll charge and I'm like, ooh, shit, this might be too much.
Yeah.
And niggas be like, here you go. And I'm like, well, damn. I really should have got a little bit more. Like, what? Yeah. No. Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't think you should ever like undercut yourself or shortchange yourself. Because
every year I feel like you should go up.
Because like price. Even when I did the class with Drea, she was like, you got it. Like, how much are you charging? And I told her, she was like,
why?
She said,
nigga, what?
Why? But you know what? Also, too, Brandon, if you feel like that's a part of services that you do want to offer, start putting together. Well, you probably already do this, but like packages. You want photo shoot? Great, I got you on that. You want photo shoot and creative direction? Great, got you on that. You want photo shoot, creative direction, styling, poach coding? You want all of that shit? Great, I got all of that too. But you gonna pay for it, nigga.
For example,
so do you feel that posing should be an extra charge as well? Because like I get a lot of
that's one of those things where it is nice for a photographer to be like, okay, do this.
That's a photographer's to me.
Okay,
but
because I get a lot of first timers that have never done a photo shoot.
I think
so. It's like
you kind of.
But but also educate.
Yeah.
Be very clear. Like, if I'm DJing an event, right? I'll say, hey, I need these top 10 songs so I can curate the event. Why? Because I want to make sure you get your song played, right? So I'm giving you the game. I'm going to send you my contract. I'm going to send you my invoice, but I'm also going to add in, this is how I make it sweeter. This is how I make it better. What you're going to do
I like that, Ace. That's cute for you, girl.
Yes. But what you're going to do,
a few things.
Look, the Brandon Rashad. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Because we have the Sterlings. We have the Dreadnoughts. We have what your touch is. I'm going to show you why I'm who I am. You're going to walk in the room and you're going to be like, okay, so, hey girl, I see you, I see you doing it. I know you're ready. You're a little timid. I know, I feel, but what I'm able to bring to you is these three things, right? And no other photographer is going to do it.
Yeah.
It's styling.
Yep.
Because I have a background and I have the experience. And I just want to let you know, don't worry. Just, I just want to give you that comfort because I know it. I can see it and that's my thing. 2, baby, I'm going to pose you. And when I pose you, I need you to be ready to move. And like, if I take you're gonna say like, I'm a snap here, and I'm gonna snap here, and then I'm gonna change it again. And then number 3 might be like the experience, whatever it is. And say, I'm gonna bring you here in this room. And you know what? I'm telling you why this living room started 6 years ago when I got here from New York, and when I got here from New York, it was grind mode. And ever since, I'm here about to walk into year 7. And I want you to know why it's so important to be in this living room versus the average studio versus being, renting out this space over here. I want you to know like this living room might change your career. It's changing mine.
It brings your brand to life. It's funny that you say that because
that's it.
I've started branding it as the living room because I've literally had therapy sessions in the space, giving strategies. So it's like, it's funny that you said that. And it's just like, for me, just being able to be confident because it's like, yes, we're here in Atlanta and you have, this person. So it's like being confident in what people see as an oversaturated market, but nobody can do what Brandon Rashad can.
Right.
Nobody can do what Ace can do or Brian or HD.
Right.
So it's like being able to walk in a room and own it. So it's like, that's kind of where my mindset is, now like being able to own what it is that I do and be confident about it because it's like, this is what God gifted me to do.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's more that, is on, the horizon, but it's like being able to just help other people. Cause it's like, it's a passion of mine. And it's like, I tell people, like, even though it's art, it's a form of ministry for me.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I've had people come to Christ in a photo shoot.
Wow.
So it's like creating an atmosphere where people feel comfortable, creating a vibe where, they can be their most authentic and true self, because that's what these photos are going to show. Because it's, showing the world who you are.
You just made me want to book a photo shoot.
Not even that. I'm already
fuck out of here. I get my hair done next week.
It's chills on me. And like, this is what I'm feeling, Brandon. Like, Brandon Rashad sells the safe space. And like, that's what the room is. It's like you have to sell the safe space where once you walk into this door, like, that's what it is. Like, and for us being the behind the scenes, the crew, like, we all day long are that safe haven to that celebrity, that influencer, that millionaire. Like, all too well. Like, you were getting, me and him alone, we got like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. phone calls. Like, and for a very long time period, like, we were a millionaire's phone call, right? We were one call away, no matter what it was. Like, it didn't matter. We did not have any interest. We didn't know about what was going on. But at the end of the day, we know that if he didn't answer, they was going to call me, and vice versa. If I didn't answer, they was going to call. And like, to be in that position, it's like, yeah, we're grateful. And yes, we understand our opportunity, but we also know like how valuable in those years we were to making that person a greater and bigger and better person, because we were just a phone call away. And so like, with you visually, I think you just got to see it from that same standpoint, and like, sell the safe space. And it's not hard to do. Like, you talk about it the way you express it, but like, I feel like you got to be more candid, and like, being more candid, like how you are, like this, open it up, be able to talk like podcasts, and visually, like, your content now should sell it. Like, when we look at Derek Blanks, like you, Mr. Blanks or whatever, he's not a photographer. He's a content creator.
He's very much content.
He's a like executive content creator. It's so much so like the camera snapping has nothing to do with what he's doing right now. Like, it's way past that point. So I think that Brandon Rashad, like, this is dope that we're here at year 6 with you, but like, I see year 7 like being real crazy, and we about to have some photo shoot.
And I'm about to get a photo shoot.
So I have one more question. I know we're out of time. Because y'all mentioned contracts a lot. So how do you handle clients that sign the contracts but then don't abide by the guidelines within the contracts? Because I've ran into that so many times.
Stop this shit.
This is not in the contract. Hold that shit
Stop it. Oh, that was in the contract.
Is it on the payment side, or is it like timing, or like what end of it?
Because like in my contracts, like cancellation policy, time, retouching, all of that stuff. So it's like having clients that show up late, but then expect, and it's like, I'm just so not that guy.
Yeah, you don't want to like shoot nobody.
You might need an assistant,
a business manager, or legal Zoom. And I'm not going to promo legal Zoom, but some type of legal. And at this point, barter. I have no problem with bartering across versus like up and down, but like, barter. Find you somebody that needs pictures. Find you an upcoming, like somebody that's like that lawyer. Baby, these people come to my shoots. I need a document. And whatever that document is, I can put their name on it. It can be sent.
You can have
it right there ready and send it.
Is when clients add filters to my edited work.
Oh,
yeah. And that is in my contracts.
Oh, yes. That's in your, yes.
But it's like, at the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do. But it's like, am I really going to take somebody to small claims court because they put
No, I'm sure.
Assist and assist. Just have the document. Have your assist and assist. Send it.
And I mean, it doesn't hurt to just like reiterate it, like in person, like, you know what I'm saying? Now, look, you gonna get this video? I mean, these pictures, girl, they're gonna look fire as fuck. Don't you put no filter over my shit now. Like,
but imagine, like, we've had this with somebody we work with, and she put in a comment, and it did backfire. It was like a whole blow up. But the crazy part about it is making way more money because of that statement. And she put in a comment and it was like, it was more so like, this photo belongs to me, right? Imagine if it was like, this photo is a original of Brandon Rashad that has been retouched.
Mm-hmm.
Please check out www.blah for more of the
what it actually
original
looks
photos.
like.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is that copy. You drop it and put on a caption. I guess what? You ain't gonna post that shit no more.
And then it also doesn't hurt to just kind of like ask. I mean, clearly your style is your style. And so you can always be like, did you put a filter over it? Like, why? Did you want it to be more vibrant? You wanted
Because if that's the case, then why am I spending an hour retouching
Exactly. But
if
now it's just like a mental note for you, because then you can also have a package where you offer raw ass photos or something.
They get those depending on, you know, which package they book. Like they'll get all of their, you know, photos. But it's like if you put a filter on an unretouched picture, I'm not right. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But it's like what you're not gonna do is waste my time.
Yeah.
Because if you know anything about retouching, it takes time.
A lot of time.
Like your screen door showing, I gotta fix that.
Yeah, for real.
So, baby girl.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of those things because people are gonna do what the fuck they want to do. Like
maybe it's a DM, then it's a comment.
Yeah. I would say that the reiterate.
Well, my thing is, why waste time spending money on a photo shoot if you're just gonna retouch them yourself?
Because you know people are insecure as fuck and they just be trying to do what the fuck.
Because you could get your homegirl and go to that little green grass wall down at Phipps
and then do the face.
Take a picture and Facetune and be all right. Go on in Jesus' name.
Go to Facetune.
Green
that shit.
Facetune.
Don't do that to my pic. Look,
or
right
you can
here. Tell the people don't ever put no damn filter on your shit.
And also tell them where to find you.
Yes, please.
So follow me on all social media platforms. Brandon Rashad everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn.
OnlyFans. No, I'm just joking.
We are going to start OnlyFans, y'all. We are.
No, we're not.
What?
Girl,
we talked about it before we started.
But no, like I know several content creators that have OnlyFans that teach people. It's almost like Patreon where you're
going to have an OnlyFans.
Paying
and
to
Brandon
teach people.
is a part of the team.
Because it's even just like the subscriptions on Instagram. It's the same thing.
Okay.
OnlyFans coming.
Teach people how to teach people how to do what you do.
OnlyFans coming.
I'm gonna teach you how to Dougie. Like, what's up?
We have fun today. Yeah, that wraps up the CrewLuv Show.